Hello and welcome, everybody. This is Vikas, your host for today. Let me remove the slides for a while. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we are going to talk about how you can leverage InstaWP to develop collaboratively, not just with your clients, with your contractor, with your team, everybody around. Again, let's wait for one more minute for everybody to tune in. I see there is already about 10 people, 10 to 20 people joined on the stream. Mm, Can can I request for introduction from people just to make sure that I'm audible to everybody? There seems to be some issue in streaming with Facebook. Hey Disha, hey Kelly, how are you? Thanks for confirmation. I think we are having issues with some of the social networks. So I'm trying to just fix it. Just give me a moment. Hey, Ricardo. Ricardo, nice to see you, man. Thanks for joining in. All right. So we are all set. Let's get this going. Let's get started. So let's get started by, yeah, thanks for sharing that, Disha. Um, Shivanshi, can you please do that? Can you post the StreamYard link on socials? Um, get Mayank or Abhishek to do it. All right, let's get this going. So the topic is how to work collaboratively with clients and your team or your contractors, whomever you're working with. Right, in the world of collaborative working, it's it's oftentimes it happens right with a lot of us that we need to work collaboratively with many folks. So we may need a WordPress instance online. That's where InstaWP comes in, and your local instance, like a local WP or XAMPP or MAM, may not be ideal because you can't even share a link very easily, right? There are ways to do it, but it's not very easy. Um, but using a hosting panel is also not that easy because then you are sharing other clients with your team. Generally, the team management is not that easy. So today we are going to learn how to work on all of these aspects very easily and without any effort. So let's get that started. So today we are going to learn about what are the pre-configured templates about, how do you use it for collaborative working, how do you share projects with your clients and teammates, what are teams and team members in the paradigm of InstaWP, and how do you accept or work on feedback when you work with a client or a contractor, and what are the roadmap, where are exciting features which are coming up for the collaboration which we are working on. All right, so let's get this going. Thanks everybody for joining in, for tuning in, all the way from Amsterdam. I think we have had a chat before as well. Not sure what your first name is. If you can post that, that will be awesome. So with pre-configured templates, what are templates first of all, right? So lot of times, lot of folks, in especially agencies or even individuals, right? You have a stack, a favorite stack which you work with. So you create a template of that stack with themes or plugins or configurations, images, whatever, right? You create a blueprint of some kind and you save it as a template. Once it is saved, your team or you or your team can quickly get started. This creates consistency within your team, and it's very good for quick start. So we'll see how to create templates and how to what are the different aspects of a template. What is a private template? What is a shared template? And how do you streamline workflows? So when you create a template, you can easily create a staging site from it, and you can create a live website, or you can push it to the live website once you are done. Lastly, how what are the template permissions for your team members so that they get access to the templates which you have created? So let's start the demo during the presentation so that you can follow along whatever I'm trying to explain. I'm going to share my screen now, or rather a tab. So hopefully this is visible. Yep, it is. So now I am on InstaWP dashboard. This is a plain or kind of an empty slate I'm starting with. And I will also show you how to start as an empty slate without actually switching an account. So that is called as a team feature. So let's get started. Let's create our first website. So click on create your first website. And here, as you know, you can install any themes or plugins which you like. If the plugin or theme is not in this list, you can create your own configuration by clicking add new, and then you can add your plugins and themes which you like. So that's one way of templatizing your workflow. But today we are going to learn about actual templates, actual blueprints. So let's get started by adding maybe a contact form which we like, um, maybe a page builder, right? So in this case, we can add Elementor. It can be any of your choices. As I said, you can add it to your configuration if it is not in the list. You can choose to use a WordPress version which you like, a PHP version, a server location. So closer to your client will be better. So this is also an aspect of collaborative building, because when you have your own staging server, when you are using a hosting panel, generally the locations are limited, or there is one location because you have one staging server. But in InstaWP, we offer 4 locations, and we'll be adding more. So Singapore is coming, and I think for the other part of the world, so Japan can come as well. So let's use US for now, and you can reserve the site to use it for longer. And let's click on create site. So within few seconds, ideally, it should create an InstaWP site, and it's there. So we have a name for the site. And the first and formative thing before, actually, this is something we will cover in the next slide. But the easiest thing which you can share with your client or your contractor or your teammate is copy this magic login. So if you copy this magic login, this will actually help you this will help your customers or contractors. So I'm going to just basically say collaborators, right, at this point. So the collaborators can simply log in inside the WordPress admin panel without even knowing the URL, the username and password. And to show that, I will need to actually share my entire screen. Let me share the entire screen with you. All right. So let's try that. So let's copy link, open new tab, paste it. And this works without even a login. So if I had to open incognito and paste that link there, you will see that it works without that. So that's how easy it is for you to share a link with somebody and have them start working on it. So how cool is that, right? Can you do that with a local environment? Probably not, right? Can you do that with a hosting environment or your own staging server? Probably not. So as you can see, we have our initial plugins pre-installed because we selected them. And the next thing which we are going to do is maybe go to the template section, sorry, appearance section, and add a new theme, because we are creating our stack, remember? So that this can become as a template, and you can save it as a template and get started or use it whenever required. So we have our theme. Let's go ahead and open it up. So what we don't like here, let's go back. Let's set a site title. So this is a template, Elementor template site. and we can save it, dashboard, and let's go to view site. So it looks okay, right? Means it's as a starter site. I can go ahead and go to probably template section and import maybe a template, right? So I think that is something, yeah, import template or add new template. Okay, I just wanted to import a certain template from the Elementor store. So instead of doing that, why not just build a page, right? So this can be our first page where generally we use it for like all the customers, right? So let's edit with Elementor, and it loads Elementor easily. Um, and this is just an example, guys. I know a lot of folks have their own favorite stack. So feel free to use whatever you like. So I'm going to this is just an example, as I said. So I'm going to add a heading text, and I'm going to add an image or a video or a button here, and then maybe a button as well. All right, so let's do that at the bottom of it, and let's publish it. So I guess our um, first website or first template is ready. I'm going to set the default page as the page which I just created so that it becomes like a proper site. So our website for now is ready. All right, so I'm going to close all of these, go back to my InstaWP account, close this for now, and go to the staging tab because it has all the options. So the dashboard have only limited option. This is something we changed recently, so keep that in mind, please. And one quick thing you can do is you can click on it and add a label to it so that you remember. So Elementor master site, and let's save it. Go to the staging tab, and here you have it. So the Elementor master site is now visible. This is not a template yet, guys. So let's do that. Let's click on this save as template button. Now it is asking for a template name. So for, let's say this is Elementor template March 14 to give it a unique name. It requires a unique name. And this has a one pager website with hello and Elementor plugin ready to go. I will keep the template type as default, which is private, and we'll keep the instant template as off. And I will talk about what is the difference between a private and a shared template and why do we need an instant template. So right now you will not see anything. All you need to do is go to the templates tab. Here you will see that the first template is now being created, is actually now done. If it was in progress, it will show you that it is in progress. And it says that the features are, it is a private template right now. So we are done for now. Now, let's say after a couple of days, we wanted to create a new project and the project requires the Elementor stack. What we will do is, for now, we will just ignore this master site. We'll add a new site. We'll say from template instead of from scratch, and we'll choose the Elementor template, right? It's that easy. And you create a site. So now it will essentially uh, talk to InstaWP and create a copy of your templated site and create a new website from it, more or less like a clone, and that will be added somewhere here. So, yep, as you can see, we have now two sites. I'm going to close this again. We now have two websites. One is the Decorated Lemur, and it says that it has come from the template element or template March, right? The cool thing about templates is that you can unreserve your master site. This may trigger a little bit of anxiety, but believe me, this will work. You can just delete your site. So that saves you some coda. The parent site doesn't need to be alive. You can still create more site from the template by just clicking on it. If you don't remember what was the template, or you have created multiple templates, I will suggest you to take a screenshot, something like this. Go to the template section, And we are going to do this soon enough automatically for new templates. Click on edit icon and go to gallery. You will see upload image section. So go to maybe the screenshot which you took and add it. So the benefit of this is if you go to the staging tab again and click on add new, you will see that the template has the screenshot in it. So now you can actually identify what kind of templates you have. So it is that easy, right? So let's go back to our presentation. So we learned about how to create a template. You can actually input your license key. So let's say you have a pro license for a plugin. You can input that, and most of the plugin provider consider us as a staging environment already. They have white listed uh, star.instawp.xyz. That's our domain. If they have not, reach out to them, tell them to add it, or reach out to us. We will reach out to them. Next, we are going to learn what is a private and share template, right? Let's do that. So under the template section, as I've shown you that there are two kinds of templates. So let's edit it again. And now, in this case, I'm going to enable sharing. This is an advanced feature. Generally, not everybody will require it. But the cool thing with shared templates is that you can share a link to your template, and people can open that in an incognito window, and they can create a website from the template, a temporary website. By default it is set as 4 hours, but you can change it. The major use case for it is plugin and theme companies to demo their product. But for agencies and freelancers as well, you can show this as a kind of a starter website to your clients, right? They can create, or if you have resellers, if you have, I don't know, if you are teaching somebody, if you are interviewing somebody, there are a lot of companies who use it as an interview or a test tool, right? They will send this link to their potential candidate, and they will launch a demo, and they will work inside the demo for the test, right? Maybe you want to let them create a element or page or something, right? So there are multiple use cases for the share template, and it also unlocks a plethora of different sharing options. The next option may be helpful to you is that you can monetize it. You can mark it as a paid product, let's say $10. And if you are a content creator, or let's say a creator in general, right? You create templates for a living. If you're a designer, web designer, you can actually sell these now. Um, the beauty of this is you get people will buy this template, and then it gets created in their InstaWP account, right, automatically, and they get to use it for 90 days. You get paid. We take 10% or 7% of the commission. You get to keep the 90%. So it becomes like a monetization tool at this point. So something like a Gumroad or Lemon Squeezy on steroids. So let's go back. Let's finish up our template presentation. So the next workflow, which I wanted to explain, is how you can go from a template to a staging website to a live website. So let's look at that. We already created a staging website from the template. So once you have this, your template and your staging website both are decoupled. They are not related to each other. You can make whatever changes you want to the staging website, and the template remains the same. However, there are some questions in a lot of minds. How do I update the template now, right? There might be a question. So the way you do it is you just save it again, and I for some reason it is not showing override. I'll check it. Generally, it will show that override existing template, and you just override, right? Or you can create a new template from this site. So to move from a staging site to a live site, this is a feature which we launched recently. It's called Go Live. If you click on the rocket, you will get three options. First is you can host it with us. So we have a hosting service now. It's called InstaWP Live. Or you can choose to host with an external service such as Run Cloud, such as Server Avatar. We are soon going to launch integrations with Rocket.net. So you will be able to add their API key, and we will automatically create a site in your panel, and we'll push the site from Insta to that account. But in case that supported provider is not there, you can always migrate to any hosting company anywhere using the migrate via URL method. This is very helpful when you're working with a client. Let's say client has a hosting control panel. All you have to tell the client is, "Hey, client," or you can do it for them. Is, "Can you create a blank WordPress site for us?" And the next step, you just need to enter the URL of the WordPress site, and we will automatically migrate it. And we did that webinar some time back, so you can have a look at it. So this completes the pre-configured template section. The last part is the templates permission for team members. So we will cover that when we come to the inviting team member part. But you can add team members to your account, and your team members will have access to the templates. So the next section is sharing of projects. So let me just start this. Okay. So sharing of projects with anyone via auto login URL, and we saw that. So you can just copy the auto login URL, a magic login. We sometimes call it magic, sometimes auto. It's the same. You just copy that and share it with, or you can just copy paste into your like email and send it to somebody. You can add the user inside the WP admin panel. So let's try the auto login again. And in this case, you are redirected to the admin panel. If you wanted to invite a contractor or a fellow colleague, all you need to do is add a new user. And I don't need to teach you about this. Everybody is aware in the WordPress ecosystem is how to add a user, and you can just share the password with them. Be aware, from our staging services, we do not allow sending of emails, so they might not get an email. So be aware about that. Adding them as a team member inside InstaWP. So this becomes juicy. So we will cover that in the next slide. Before that, I want to cover the last point, which is granting temporary access to your website. This becomes really helpful when you have a production website. So if you are hosting a website with us or with anybody, you can use this plugin called temporary access, which temporary access, and this will allow you to share a login credential. Without sharing the login credential, you can share access to people, right, with this cool plugin. So create a new temporary login. What is the email of the person, and whatever role you want to give them. I think I already have an account with this, or maybe not. I will try that. And when does it expire? We are planning to include this feature though in our dashboard, so you don't need to use a third-party plugin. All right. So this is the temporary login URL. You can just copy and paste it and give it to your teammate or collaborator, and they will log in, and you will see if they've logged in or not. So this is really cool. Let's go to the next section, which is teams and team members. Before I do that, I'll just look at the comment section, just to see if somebody has any comments. Thanks, Ricardo. Hey, Mutebi from Uganda. Welcome. All right, so let's have a look at the team and team member section. This is something we haven't covered in any of the webinars so far. So this can be really important. All of the teams. So let's first talk about what is a team in InstaWP. As you can see, I have created many teams, right? And to create a new team, all you need to do is just click on Create Team. By the way, Create Team is only available in the agency plan, or there is a small hack which I will tell you, which you can use to use the team feature without even upgrading to the agency plan, and it's called add-ons, right? So you just need to enter a team name. So let's say I do test team 14 and create. So this way you are actually creating a workspace, and you can separate out your different. So let's say you have a US vertical, you have EU vertical, or if you have different business types. So let's say you are serving to gardening clients, or if you're serving to whatever clients, right? So if you have category of clients, then you can separate them out using workspaces. Once you have created a workspace, if you scroll down, you will see a section called Add Team Member. Here, you will add a team member to your account. So you can just add their email address, and there are two permissions section right now. So you can invite them as an admin, or you can invite them as a member. So admin can do anything. So admin can invite another team members. They can view or delete sites, add and edit integrations. Essentially, they are able to do anything. On the other hand, a member can only create sites, can only view or delete their own sites. So they won't be able to see the sites created by admin or the team owner, right? So the team owner is kind of an implicit permission. So I am the team owner because I am creating the team, but the members can be admin or a member. In our roadmap, you will see that we are creating a new role which is called as manager. The manager will allow you to the managers can see all of the other websites, all of the other assets, but they will only be able to delete their own. So that is something we are working on, and it should be fairly, I think, within this month it should be released. All right, so I can just send a member invite to this person, and it will show up as a pending invite. And in my inbox I will get an email, and I just need to click on accept submission. Make sure the user has an InstaWP account, otherwise they might end up getting confused completely. So this is what team members will do, and once you have added enough team members, I think we have a team where we use it a lot. So let me show you how does it look like when you have excuse me, some team members. So every time somebody creates a website, the name of the team member comes under the website. So you know who has created what website. Another thing which you can do is create on the filter icon, go to the users tab, and here you can see all of your users. You can just select one and click apply. This will only show the websites from that user. So how cool is that, right? And if you are an admin, you can delete their sites if you want to, if you know that they are not working on it. So becomes your job becomes really really easy. So that's what team members is about. So how do you create workspaces? How do you invite team members? We have learned about that. Team members can share resources. And in the last slide, we also knew that templates can be shared amongst team members. So you will see the name of the team members who has created the template. Excuse me, let me start that over. So you will see the name of the team member who has created the template. So, and we are working on this view so that you can see the name right here, unless right now it is shown when you hover over it, right? So if you hover, you will see that it was created by your team member. So how cool is that? And soon you will be able to do that with hosted sites and connected sites. So what is hosted site? What is connected site? That's a topic for another webinar. We talked about admin versus member versus manager coming soon. And we also talked about how do you divide resources into different teams so that you basically compartmentalize your different teams. And then you also can assign an admin per team, or two admins, so that they can manage the resources. So becomes really easy to collaborate. This is the last topic, which is asking for feedback. So clients always have, and Disha is also on the call. So clients always have a hard time saying, "Can you make the logo bigger?" Right? But they don't know where to point. Right? You can use screenshot. You can use screencasts. We use a software called Bubbles. A lot of people use Loom. There is a software called jam.dev. So jam.dev, which we like very much. Um, so asking for feedback, there is also a technique where if you wanted to show something to your client, instead of showing it on your website which you are working on, you can just create a new website. Like let's say you wanted to install a plugin for some reason, right? Let's say a form plugin, and you don't want to mess the current website. You just create a new staging environment for them, for prototyping, and you can use a Chrome extension. So we have our own Chrome extension. Let me show you how it works. So if you are on the WordPress repository and if you are browsing, let's say you go to the plugin section, you like, mm, I don't know, maybe the countdown timer, and it doesn't feel very nice, but let's say this is the timer you wanted to install. All you need to do is install our Chrome extension. So maybe Shivanshi can post a link to the Chrome extension. Click on launch. It will automatically create a new website and install that extension. And then you know what to do next. All you need to do is just copy and paste the link to this website to your client or your teammate by copying the maybe the magic login or just the link, and then share it with them. this can get this can help you get feedback very quickly. Or you can use third party tools like Atrem, Rut, or Pastel to get feedback on these. One of the tool which we really love is Atrem, which integrates natively with InstaWP. So before I show you how it works, let's just take a look at how others do it. So the use pastel tool is also click, and then you can just add comments. There is Rut, which Rutl, sorry, RUTTL. That also has a free tier. You can use it to like add comment on the website or a screenshot. I think very helpful. The one which we really love is, let me go back to my team so that I don't mess up. Remember compartmentalization of different areas. So I'm back in my team, and I'm going to go to the integrations tab, and I just need to enable Atrem. How do I do that? Scroll down. There is an icon called Atrem. Enable it. Enter an alias. So let's say Atrem. This can be anything. This is just a freehand text, and you enter your Atrem email address. If you don't have an Atrem account, we will automatically create it. That's how deep of the integration which we have. All right, so it's now enabled. It also says that my alias is now active. If now, you will see the magic. You will see that when you go back to the staging tab, you will have a new icon next to the website name. It's a commenting icon. So if I click on it, it will automatically open Actrim, and it will add the website into it. They also have a reverse kind of integration where you can create an InstaWP site from Atrem dashboard. So let me log into my Atrem account. Try that again. All right, there is something with that, but once it is activated, I think what you will get is maybe a screen of some kind. Okay, let me try it manually. Sometimes the demo gods are not happy with us. So let me just update this URL or just add. Okay, so it is fetching the website. So Atrium makes it really easy to collaborate and take feedback, reply to the feedback, all of that in one single dashboard. It's like one of the easiest tool I've seen to do that. And you can invite your clients, your contractors, all from one single dashboard. So as you can imagine, the dashboard is loading, and it will have our website reloaded into that. Meanwhile, let's go back to our presentation and let's have a look at the roadmap. So we have seen you can invite team members to the teams. I think inviting team members should be even more granular. So if you just wanted to share one website with one team member instead of sharing either all or nothing, because right now you share all websites or just the website they create. So it's maybe not the ideal case, right? So like Google Docs, we are imagining a similar experience where you go to a website and share it with somebody. As simple as that. So that's coming very soon. A new role is coming, the manager role. Better team and members management panel. Right now, it has like a couple of clicks which it takes to go to the team member, invite team, and we want to make it easy as like a Figma kind of tool. Invite for connected sites. So right now, the invitation or team member thing, the overall collab thing works for staging sites and templates, but it is not completely like integrated with connected site or hosted site. I need to remove the templates keyword. It works with that. So it will work with anything, right? All of InstaWP. And we may work on, or not may, we will work on granular permission. So if you want to give them a specific access to, because we are now also hosting sites. So let's say you want to give them access to the name of the hosting site, but you don't want to give them FTP access to the hosting site. How about that? So you can do that granular permission very soon. That may take a little bit longer, but others are very, very soon. All right, so let's talk about pricing a bit. So there are multiple aspects of our pricing. You can go to a pricing table. It's a little bit overwhelming, so I'm going to make it easy for this presentation. So in this presentation, only three things matter: how many staging sites you have in a plan, how much disk space do you have in a plan. That doesn't really matter much, but that's up there. And then is there a team functionality, or how many team members can you invite? So the starter plan and pro plan, both of them don't have team members functionality. So there is zero team members you can invite in these plans, unfortunately. But we have recently dropped pricing for the agency plan, which used to be 59, now it is 49, and you get 60 staging sites. You can just keep on creating sites, and you get to invite 5 team members. But I promise you a hack. So I go back to my subscription, and if I'm on a pro plan and I wanted to use the team functionality, I browse on add-ons, I go down a little bit, I enable the team functionality if it was not enabled already, and I add more team members as I go. This also works when you are on the agency plan already. And if you want to add more team members, let's say 6, 7, 10, 20 members. And if you are an enterprise, reach out to us. We can give you a plan which has much better rates. And if you are like looking to add more than 20 members to your team. We also offer recently, as I said, we started offering our hosting service. So if you are on the pro plan or agency plan, you get to create one site for free on the lower tier. So that is $18 a month. On the agency plan, you get to create 3 sites, which is 3 multiplied by 12, about $36 worth of free sites you can create on the agency plan. So the plan value or the plan value proposition increases a lot because we are practically giving hosting free with InstaWP Pro plans. Or you can think it other way around. You are buying hosting and you are getting all these cool tools along with it. So this is a special gift for everybody who you have taken your precious time to attend this webinar. You can use this code. This is valid for another 2 weeks. Use this to get 20% discount lifetime on all our yearly plans. We are going to do another webinar with a very dear friend of mine. Her name is Anne. I actually don't know how to pronounce the whole thing. Just kidding, Anne. Don't kill me. So she and I, we will have a webinar. We'll talk about how to create accessible digital experiences, which is really important and actually mandatory by law. So if you are an agency or freelancer or developer or who is serving a client in these region, generally I think it is now mandatory in almost every part of the world. So this can be differentiated for you when you are creating a website. So when you go to a client and you give them an accessible website rather than just a website, that makes a lot of difference. So that's on 28th March. Obviously, we'll send an email, or you can go to /webinars. I think it's not posted there yet, but if you go there, I think tomorrow or Monday, you will be able to subscribe to it right away. So that was the entire presentation. Um, just a second. I think our Atrium screen is back. I'm just going to share my tab again and show you how Atrium looks like. So when you hover over all of these elements, let's say the client wanted to change the color of this button, they will say change the color to red and exclamation sign, obviously, right? Because they are always frustrated. How cool is that? You can also probably, I think you can take a screenshot and okay, it's generating a screenshot. So it generates a screenshot and attaches it to your comment. So new comment and send it. All right. So, and this is the comment list which you will see and your clients will see, and you can just keep adding more comments to it. So it makes it really easy, and it helps if the Atrium icon is next to InstaWP account. All right, so that all right. Uh, Let me show you the coupon code. Actually, I can just paste it or type it into the window. Give me a moment. So that's the coupon code. Yep. Kelly, yes, I am taking questions now. Please go ahead and ask questions. Hey, Greg. Thanks for your kind words. Yeah, we will do a lot of upgrades very, very soon, especially in the collaboration area. It's very dear to my heart. All right, so we'll take questions for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Are you still working on a collab with Wildcloud? Unfortunately, we have stopped working on the collab with Wildcloud. However, we are releasing a new update tomorrow, which will help you create the VAS with Run Cloud, with Server Avatar, or even our hosting service. And with that update, you will be able to bulk update your client sites. So you will be able to like select multiple websites, and then you will be able to push updates to them. So effectively creating something what Wildcloud already did. Unfortunately, their hosting service needed a lot of integration, a lot of moving parts, which we wanted to commit more on our side of the UI rather than on the integration front. So sorry about that. But you will see more general hosting provider, single tenant like Rocket.net and others to be added as an integration. And you can also try InstaWP Live. That's also really, really stable, really cool. Yep. So same idea. You will be able to test it out tomorrow. It's actually almost ready. We are just testing it out. It was supposed to go out today, fun fact, but we delayed the release because we had some last minute hiccup, and it should go out tomorrow. All right. We have a lot of attendance today. Thanks everybody for attending. If there are, okay, there is a question. Can I change a custom domain for the dev site? Yes, you can. So you just click on that staging site. Excuse me. There is an option called map domain. Go there and add your custom domain. There is another way to do it where it is more local, like a white label solution. So all your websites can have a suffix domain. Let's say you have your domain is acme.com, and you want your sites to have sites, so abc.sites.acme.com. So you can purchase a white label service from us. It's a $20 add-on per month, and you can, per team, that's also very important, per team you can assign a permanent suffix domain, so you don't need to map domain every time you create a site. So it becomes like a white label in front of your clients. I should have covered that. Thank you for that. You're welcome, Kelly. By the way, this is 9:45 in India. for me. I am from Bangalore. Just a quick bit of information, and I'm very grateful for everybody to tune in. And I'll wait for a couple of more minutes if there are any questions, but feel free to drop off. Thank you, everybody, from bottom of my heart. You will be able to watch the recording once it is complete, and our team will send it to you. And it will also be available on YouTube forever. All right. So, okay, we have one question. Thank you. Mutebi, you said you are from Uganda. Nice to see you. By the way, if anybody is from Europe, or I shouldn't have said that because everybody will be coming to that, not just people from Europe. So I will be at CloudFest next week. So if you are planning to visit it, attend it, make sure to say hi. I'd love to meet you. All right. Feel free to drop while I wait for Mutebi's question. Mutebi, are you there? Okay. Whether the affiliates, can we have coupons on our affiliate links such that when a client happens to visit my link? Great point. We do not have that right now. I will ask my team to do something about it so that you can append the coupon code at the end of the URL. It will be something like at or and coupon equals to coupon code, and it will be auto apply to the checkout, right? So that's what you mean by that. And I have been thinking about it for some time. So let me just, Shivanshi, can you take a note and please add that to our communication for tomorrow? Thank you, Mutabi, for that suggestion. Really appreciate it. Excuse me. All right. So if there are no more questions, please, guys, please send me suggestions for webinars. If you wanted to hear about it, we are planning a detailed webinar on VAS pricing. So how to go like deep dive on what to think about VAS. I'm planning to like invite an agency who is doing properly a VAS properly with us. Excuse me. I'm planning to do a webinar on InstaWP Live. So how to think about hosting and why is InstaWP Live a good hosting company. It's not the best because best is very subjective. So it's very good hosting service. And we are planning to bring more guests. So you can send guest suggestions to me. I'm always available on Twitter. So you can add me at Vikas Programmer. I'm happy to take DMs as well. So please send DMs on Facebook, Twitter, anywhere, and I'm happy to entertain them. Thanks for your time again. Mm, Ravi, I have not tried it yet, to be honest. I have applied for a wait list. If you have a download link, send that to me. I will be happy to test. Ideally, our Connect plugin works with any local development environment. So we have tested with Laragon, local. All of these work really well already. It's already integrated. We just need to test it. If there is if there is an issue, we will fix it. So send that a link to me in DM. I follow you, Ravi. I know you. I know you. So hopefully, I want to get my hands on top of it. Actually, that will be really cool. Thanks for asking. And we will also be doing AMAs, right? Um, So we'll be doing Ask Me Anything. So you can ask any kind of questions in one of the webinars. Ravi, you said you meant to say the feature set looked like similar. I thought you are already working together. No, we are not working on that. So that I think they are creating some kind of a local clone, which is good, right? Means it works with WordPress.com, I believe. Our solution works with any hosting company, so we do not believe in vendor lock-ins. We will work on a local-ish software very soon, a standalone for Mac, Windows, and Linux. It will not have local like components. It will still launch websites on our servers, but it will feel as if it is launched on local. You will be able to work on the code on VS Code. You will be able to browse the database. All of that will be available at no cost to your CPU or RAM. So your laptop will run as smooth as possible. But that will take some time. All right. Thank you everybody for attending this stream. I really value your time, as I said. And again, have a great weekend. Bye bye. Thanks, Ravi.